Nickelodeon.
Copyrighted.
Oh. Abby K. Have it your way.
So me and my wife were talking. There was a car dealership near here called Pohanka, and back in when we were kids, the catchphrase was, why can't I think of it? Oh, my baby drives a Pohanka, and now they changed it. It's just, what does your baby drive? It just doesn't have the same ring.
No. Them bastards over the years.
This is like, it's not even. I mean, just because it has baby in it doesn't bring back the baby driving the Volkswagen and like my baby drive, or was it Subaru? One or two.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Chili's baby back ribs and barbecue sauce.
Yum.
Barbecue.
I could go for some barbecue right now. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that looks all good. Oh, we need
That's what sucks about where I work, because there's a barbecue joint like right across the street from us, so you smell it all the time.
You know, there's not really a good like barbecue joint around here that I've seen.
See?
Or heard of.
That is about the only good thing about this part of Missouri. Yeah, good old Kansas City.
I almost went there once.
It'd be the greatest barbecue you'll ever have your entire life.
Our teacher said he'd treat us to steaks, or coordinate, whatever you want to call them. It was for Skills USA, and if you make it to the national thing, he takes them all out for steak dinners.
Okay. I
was the alternate, and they didn't think like the guy qualified, and he didn't think he was going to be able to make it, and then last minute he ended up making it or something like that. I can't remember how it went, but I was this close.
Now, you bastard, I'm going to stab you in the neck so you can't go.
Yeah, I wasn't all that interested until he's like, everybody goes out for a big steak dinner. I was like, oh, yeah, sign me up. How do I get in on this?
Oh yeah. Oh, we got barbecue joints here in town, but if you want the good stuff, the God-given gift stuff, you go down to Kansas City.
Like the only thing barbecue around here we got is Mission Barbecue.
Oh shit, there's so many.
Oh god, jeez.
There's so many barbecue joints down there.
What's up, James? How are you?
We got, let's see, we got 1.
I think we're gonna cut these trees down.
4, 5,
actually.
6. We got 7 barbecue joints.
Lucky you. We have 7 fast food places. Excuse me.
Oh, we got. Oh God. All the McDonald's, Taco Bell, Sonics, KFCs. I'd say we have over 40 fast food restaurants.
In a small town that we are of, it's 3,500 people. We have a McDonald's, and we have a Arby's, we have a Hardee's, we have a Taco Bell. They're getting ready to build a Dairy Queen. We have Domino's. We have Subway. And it's a tiny ass little town. Except for 10 days out of the year. We're like the biggest, most people in one town in Delaware.
Yeah, the two newest fast food joints, well, three newest. We're still waiting to get a Whataburger built. They just built a Hawaiian King, and they're putting in a Jersey Mike's.
I wouldn't mind a steak and shake. Those freaking
Not a big fan
garlic
of Jimmy
burgers are good.
Not a big fan of Jimmy John's.
Never had Jimmy John's.
It's not that great.
I've had Subway, Quiznos, and I think that's about it when it comes to like subs.
Oh, we
Fast
got
foods.
Subway.
What's up, Terry? How you doing,
We
sir?
had Quiznos, Mr. Good Sense, Jimmy John's. Now we're getting a Jersey Mike's.
Quiznos didn't last long. They were only open for like maybe 3-4 years.
I'm a Subway guy though. I like walking in and just smelling the fresh bread.
The only reason I go to Subway is the Italian herb and cheese bread. That's it.
Oh, dude, their chicken bacon ranch stuff.
I'd rather get a sub from like a sub shop or something instead of over Subway.
Oh, I love Subway. I just wish they weren't so damn expensive.
Yeah, they went way up. And I saw somebody's like, you expect me to pay $15 now for a sub that just a couple years ago I paid $5 for? No, thank you.
Fuck, they're all doing it.
Yeah.
Arby's is getting stupid expensive.
Everything.
Fucking McDonald's is getting stupid expensive.
That's what $15 an hour gets you.
Mm-hmm.
Even the grocery stores are getting like that too.
Yeah.
Oh, here's what's funny. They're like, we want a raise! We want a raise! They're like, okay, we'll give 3 of you raises. The rest of you, you're fired because we're bringing in kiosks and self-checkouts.
Yeah.
What? Well, yeah, we can't afford you now. So, we just pay for this machine one time and it works for years and never misses a day of work. It shows up and never quits.
Yep. So the McDonald's all around here, they've completely remodeled them to like there's only one register, and there's never anyone at. They send you to the kiosk, and only if there's an issue with the kiosk do they ring people up. They don't even put the sodas in it. Like you don't have soda machines out in the lobbies anymore. They've taken them all away.
Yep.
And instead, it's this machine that once you put the order in, it spits out the drink itself. Like it's all automated. And it's like, you want $15 an hour? Well, here you go.
Yep. And people are like, something's so expensive. Like, I got this raise, but it's expensive. Well, yeah, stupid, because guess what? They had to raise the price so they can make more money so they can cover paying you more money. Well, can't they give up money? You're a complete idiot.
Grinder,
a fucking multi-billion-dollar company.
It's available for console.
Lose the tiniest bit of profit just to cover your heat.
It's ridiculous. It really is. People were bitching then, now they're making more money, but everything's going up in price. But it's okay because they're making more money.
Well, just like I told
they're worse off than what they were before, but it's okay because they're making more money.
I said, here's the fucking problem. I said, now you just brought every middle class citizen into low class.
Yep.
And then our government's like, we can't figure out why poverty's getting bigger. Because you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Maybe. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I could be wrong.
Here we go. We're about to
And see, that's like I was
trees.
telling a buddy of mine. I said, you know, I literally work to be broke. Like, my paycheck is gone within a couple days.
Yep.
And I
It's
said,
pretty bad.
And I said, here's the fucking worst part. I make too much money to get help, but I don't make enough money to live on. I says, people like me are fucked. I said, and the worst part is, like, I could be a douchebag and just not work and live off government assistance. I said, but I got too much pride. Like, I just can't sit at home and do nothing.
That's what they want, though. That is exactly
Well,
that is the
yeah,
Democrats'
'cause-
plan. They want you to be more dependent on the government.
Well, yeah, and the problem is all these people are buying it. They're like, what? I don't have to do nothing? I can just stay home and watch movies all day and do nothing? Okay. I said, okay, well, here's the problem, though. I said, if you don't pay attention, America owes a shit ton of countries a lot of fucking money, including China. I said, America's actually a very broke country. I said, so what are you going to do when the government can't pay you no more? Well, what do you mean? They'll just print more money. I said, okay, well, the more money you print, it devalues the value of the dollar.
Yeah, we're all what are we? Our dollars less worth less than a yen now, or something like that.
Yep. I said, you can print off all the money you want, but it's not how that works. The more money you got out there, the less value.
That's the problem. I don't think this generation learned supply and demand. Like,
No, they don't. Dude, this tells you how stupid, like, this new gen. So I was watching Ben Shapiro and he was doing a reaction video. He was doing a reaction to a street quiz. And like this dude was asking a simple question. He goes, name the 3 countries in the North American continent. He was like, US, yeah, Asia, and Europe. And of course the guy's like, yeah, there you go. You name 3.
I love the ones where they quote
they'll ask
Biden
questions.
and then say, "Oh, Trump said it," and the people are like, "Oh man, yeah, he's just a disgusting guy," and he's like, "Well, actually, Joe Biden said that," and they're like, "Oh no, he's too nice of a guy to say that." He's like, "No,"
Yeah,
and he pulls up the clip.
Yeah, it's the same. This wasn't the same guy. This one goes around and asks like simple questions like that. Like he'll be like, "Oh, so what was the other question he asked? One of them was, "Oh, how many countries is in the continent of Africa?" And this girl goes, "None. Africa's a continent." He goes, "Yeah, that's what I just asked. How many countries are in South Africa or the African continent?" "None. Africa's a continent." And then one was like, "What's 2 plus 2?" She goes, 7. He goes, "Correct." She goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah. You should be proud of yourself."
Scares me how dumb some people are. Should have to like a certain score on an IQ test to be able to vote.
Obama passed the No Child Left Behind Act. He's like, well, the new generation that we're help raising, they're stupid. I don't want people to get made fun of. So we're going to let the stupidity flow on.
You know what I say about stupidity? Flow on.
By the way,
Gotta protect his voter somehow.
My best friend loves ice cream. Joe, that's an eraser. That is not an ice cream. That is an eraser. Put that down, Joe.
But it smelled like ice cream. Baraki? I feel like that's something he would call him, Baraki.
Actually, I think he does. I'll never forget, there was fucking one interview. They were interviewing Obama and fucking Biden. They're like, Obama sitting there answering the question. You just see Biden like staring off into space. And Obama like grab his knees and like squeeze it, and he'd look back down for a little bit. And he just like, his head would tilt back, go back to looking into space. And then they're like, Biden, well, what do you think about this? He goes, oh, well, I'm okay with it as long as we can get ice cream afterwards. I like my ice cream. It's like, the worst part is this guy was an idiot as a vice president. So their thought is, well, he was a smart vice president. We should vote him in as president. But see, here's what cracks me up. Their Democrats' whole plan backfired from the get-go. Because their whole plan was get Biden in there. Because everybody's like, oh, he's just a sweet old man. Knowing that he didn't have the mentality to run this country. Like, okay, well, we'll get him in after a few months. We'll deem him not stable enough to run a country. We'll get... oh, fuck. Slut's name. Get the slut in there. She'll run the country.
Monica Lewinsky?
No, why am I drawing a blank?
Kamala
Harris, yeah. Well, she done pissed off everybody in the Democrat Party. So now they're like, well, fuck her. We don't want her running. So they're like, fuck, now we're stuck with this old man. Oh, I see, Dub.
Here, so, what's up, Chad? How are you, man? So, went down a conspiracy theory rabbit hole the other day, and here's what I like. Again, conspiracy theory. So not typically, but it all kind of makes sense, and when you look at what's going on in today's world. So there's been rumors for a long time that Michelle Obama was a man named Michael, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so at the most recent Republican convention or something, whatever it was, one of the people said the reason why Joe Biden's not taking any doing any debates or anything is because they're going to say he's running for president, but last minute he's going to drop out, and they're going to name Michelle Obama as the candidate, the Democratic candidate for 2024. Yeah, all right, 2024. Okay, so what is the big push right now? What is the top that everyone's talking about right now? Trans people.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? It really does make sense if Michelle Obama really is a trans person. They come out, announce she's going to be running for president, gets elected by claiming to be the first trans presidential candidate. I'm like, whoa, okay, all right, that makes sense why there's such a big push from the White House for the whole trans, like the flag and everything. I said, it makes a ton of sense why they're pushing it so damn hard. Again, conspiracy theory, but Jesus, if it's right, I saw it coming.
I think so. This whole country's just fucked, is what it is.
Yeah, I think if we get there by some God forsaken bullshit that somehow that Biden wins another term, we're going to hell in a handbasket real quick. I mean, shit has gotten bad, and nobody wants to talk about it because everybody wants to say, "Oh, Biden's such a good." There are people that actually believe Biden's doing a good job.
Dude, there's people out there that believe Biden is the greatest president in the history of America.
It's so scary that the people actually believe he's done a good job. I'm like, what country are you living in right now?
The imaginary one in my head.
It's really scary.
Uh-huh.
All I hear is freaking buzzing.
Huh?
I'm at Tony's place and all I hear is freaking buzzing from bees. Let's have like his whole shop surrounded with bees or something. Buzz, buzz.
This has been the longest fucking week ever.
I ain't no lie. Dude, so I went up to the post office on Monday or Tuesday, and the woman behind the desk, like, we filled out the paper a couple weeks ago to have our address changed, and we were supposed to get paper in the mail. We never did. So we went up there to say, hey, look, we haven't received the paper. You know, we're moving. We kind of need our mail forwarded to our new address. And she's like, oh, best thing I can say is fill out another paper. Alright, so fill out another paper, and then we're like, do we get the keys from you for the new mailbox, by the way? And she's like, oh, yeah. We have to change the lock. You'll get a phone call. And when they change the locks, we come get the keys. Alright. So here it is, Friday. Still haven't gotten a phone call. So I go back up to the post office and it's like, hey, you know, it's the typical guy up there. Not someone I've never seen before. And I explained to him the situation. Like, first off, when I said that she said we would get a phone call, he looked utterly confused, like I was speaking Dutch. And he goes, no, you know, he goes, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll move your key from your current mailbox over to the new mailbox. And he was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. He goes, do you have a time frame on when things are going to be done? He goes, it's even crazier that you're not going to be moved back into your same apartment number. Like, he was just absolutely dumbfounded at the idea. And I was like, he's just the guy who works at the post office. He's not living this damn situation. So that's what I had to deal with today.
Fuck.
He must have crapped his pants. Okay, so we shut that off for now. I think we're good. We just lime the rest of this. I am actually going to fix it proper tire real quick because he's not going to be here this week, and he won't even notice if I do my little work here. He's not going to know. And it's going to look so much better. Alright, let's just do this. Actually, what I want to do is let's paint it first. So we get it nice and even. And he's got, you know, more room for activities over here. He can put in like a pool or, you know, something cool or something, you know. And then we're gonna go back over here. We're gonna go to sculpting, and we're gonna do the soften. We're just gonna smooth this all out. Smooth it all out. Nice even terrain, no big dips, just like up here. We're gonna smooth it out. Yeah. Yep. Happy little land. Just smooth it all out. Well, how's that look? Oh, look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, this area can be worked on just a little bit. Like this area here. Just soften it up. Oh, nope, that. Wish there was an undo button. There's not. Smooth it on out here. Just smooth. How's that look? That's a lot better. Alright. See, look. This looks so much better than what it did before. We still gotta smooth this area out a little bit. Smooth it on out. Very nice. You love to see it. Like I said, he'll never know. He will never know. Look at that. See how much better that looks? This tree could probably go. We could probably smooth this out a little bit more. Or we can just leave it like that. You know, it's not bad. Adds a little terrain detail. A little terrible. We're going to fix this though. I don't know why he came out in the road like this. Just little boop. Boop. There we go. Look at that. Okay, that needs to come up just a little bit. Landscaping. Let's smooth this on out. Alright, need to bring it up a tad. Down just a tad. And then smooth. Smooth operator. Okay. Not so smooth there. Alright. What's up, Brandon? How are you doing, sir? Smooth this back down. Oh, why is that not fixing?
And I'm back.
It's just in time.
Well, I kept hearing a whistling sound and I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. Then I remembered I was making tea.
I'll do it.
Yep. I was like, why the fuck do I keep hearing whistling? And Dom was like, hey, dumbass, you just started water boiling like a little bit ago.
I thought you crapped your pants.
Ah.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, that'll be coming later.
Look, I gave him grass. Doing well, how about you? I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Other than the post office. That I can complain about, because, you know, post office be doing post office things. Hopefully PJs doesn't hate having grasses, but I don't think he will, because, you know, he has a lawnmower and such, and he really wants to mow. So hopefully he doesn't hate having all this grass. Just trying to make it look lived in. Lived in. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. I kind of wish there was a way to paint this grass without having the flowers. I think the flowers take away from it, but there we are. Alright. Back to Lemon. And once we finish
Last night we had liquor talk. Boy, everybody's fucking pissed off at him now.
No, what do you do now?
Oh, he shaved his head.
What?
Yeah, he don't have the mullet no more. He bald.
What?
Yep.
I gotta look at that. I typed in Morgan Wallen, and the first thing that came up was haircut.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Thought you already knew.
I don't keep up with.
Oh, fuck. It's been all over everything.
Does he not understand that the mullet's one of the things that made him famous?
Yeah, well, he brought the mullet back. I guess he can kill it whenever he wants.
Now he just looks like every other dweeb country singer.
Yeah, but his songs are still pretty good, so I think he's alright.
No doubt, but he kind of looks like all the other ones. Went from 0 to 100 real fast. Are you talking about Forza? The more videos I see of Jelly Roll, the more I just love that guy.
Jelly Roll's awesome.
He was on stage somewhere. And he was like, someone threw something up to him, and he put it on his mic stand. And he's like, I'm one of those artists that encourage you to throw things up on the stage. He's like, if you got a joint, throw it up here. Xanax bar, throw it up here. And someone threw a joint up on the stage, and he picks it up. And he goes, "You a real hero."
Yeah, the girl threw her bra up on the stage.
I feel that way.
La 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 la.
I don't think CW's here anymore. Or JT said bye, so I think he left. He's gonna have a shit ton of grapes. I think he's gonna regret this, but YOLO.
You do realize, like, every map and every farm sim we've played with him, he picks like one thing that he wants to do, and then he never does it.
Oh, he stuck it out with the grapes last time. He couldn't figure out how to get them to regrow, and then now he figured it out.
Not that hard.
Yeah, well, they weren't like he used the trimmer thing, and it wouldn't like the vines weren't getting off. And apparently, you gotta wait until they turn yellow or something to get them to fall off. So
Yep.
now we figured that one out. Pretty sure he'll stick with it.
Oh no,
Hopefully,
I mean,
we're doing a massive grape operation on this map.
I mean, remember how excited he was to have, you know, horses?
Yeah, that was the one thing he did not excel at.
Yeah.
He was not a horse guy.
No. Thought he was, but he wasn't.
Well, he thought they were going to be like all the other ones. Like, you feed them and breed them. And, nope, you got to ride those things and you got to train them. So it's very time consuming, and he doesn't play that this much, so.
Yep. Pom, ba-dum, pom.
I'm ready for a nap.
I'm ready for bed. It's been a long week. And I hurt so fucking bad. So the new paint truck that we bought, comes to find out, was a piece of shit straight from the factory. So with that going on, I've had to get the old paint truck out of retirement and get it up and going. The problem is it still had material in the truck, and then they let it sit outside to get wet.
So wait, you spent all that money on a new paint truck and you can't even use it?
Not right now, nope.
Ain't that a bitch.
I think it was like $385,000.
Don't they test these things before they leave the factory?
Well, yeah. But, you know.
No, I really don't know. Hell, I'm thinking about just... yeah, let's go big. Let's go big. Let's cut down the trees and just do all of this. So we'll cut down those trees. Oh, we could cut down those trees too, can't we? Yeah. Let's cut down all these trees back here and just go big. Actually, maybe we shouldn't make the edge right up against the edge of the map, because then we'll have problems him turning around and everything. So we'll leave that little gap there for sure. But we will, however, do this. Alright. So, what if... Okay, let's get the... Let's go borrow Tony's plow again. This is gonna be expensive. This is gonna be a couple $1 million just planting the grapes. I see it coming. This is gonna be stupid. I'm not sure if I want to get Forza or not, but I want to. I don't know, man. If you don't have a wheel, I really don't see the purpose of getting a racing game. And that could just be me because I'm so used to having a steering wheel now. But yeah, now what is that about? Oh, it's a police car. Okay, I saw the color. He put the Hellcat. Okay, all right. He's going full Arkansas, I guess. Anyway, I'm so used to the wheel that I don't think I could do a driving game without it. It's just not the same. And even at $30, that's still kind of pricey for a game that's just racing. I looked at it. I played it. Just wasn't really for me. But hell, if you're into it, man, you're into it. Alright. So, what we want to do is
Banana bus. Banana bus. Banana bus.
fire alarm. One of the other apartment complexes in town. Fire alarm going off.
Ooh.
Alright, so what we want to do is we want to painting.
I wanna rock. I want to rock.
Listen in. I mean, WWE was 130 just wrestling, just saying. It was 110, and that was with all the DLCs, and I hadn't bought one in years, and it was all Steam Wallet. It was not a dime come out of my bank, so. Huge difference. And you're still missing the biggest point here. You don't have a wheel. Neighbor smoke detector's going off.
Oh shit.
Why would... Wait, you play racing games with a keyboard? That's even worse. At least I use a controller for anything that's not wheel compatible. Even then, it's not the same. But keyboard, Jesus. One of two things are going to happen here. PJ's either going to be really steezed on how cool this is, or he's going to hate it because it's so massive. One of those two.
Bum 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 ba bum bum bum.
That's the definition of a noisy neighbor. Or nosy neighbor,
What's
not
that?
noisy. Someone called in the fire department because they heard their next door neighbor's smoke alarm going off. Maybe they're cooking something, nosy ass.
Awesome ability.
Damn, they're on it. Jesus. Brad, if I were you, instead of wasting money on multiple monitors, I would have bought a wheel. You can get a cheap wheel for like $90. With the computer you have, 3 monitors is just gonna bog it down. So you're just gonna, unless you're planning on upgrading your computer, 3 monitors is unnecessary. Wonder where Tony's at tonight.
Oh.
PJ's at a concert.
Oh, PJ's at a concert.
Yeah. This one's indoor this time, so he's not going to have any issues.
Oh, is he going to a T-Swifty concert?
No, he's going to All American Rejects with Newfound Glory. He went to the last one he went to was Luke Combs, and they got rained out too. So he was happy that was the last outdoor event that he had to attend for the year.
So he thinks.
That's what I tried to tell him, but he was super pissed off at Luke Combs. He, as big of a fan he is, he was super pissed. He was like he had 3 opening acts, and they knew it was gonna rain. Like they had called for it like a week in advance that it was gonna rain that night, and it poured. And he said he played a couple of songs, and then he said he got shut down by the fire marshal because there was lightning in the area. And he said he came back, played 3 songs, and that was it. And he was like, you can pay the fine and play later. That's what Taylor Swift did. And Luke Combs didn't, so he was upset.
A lot of them won't.
He was like, he didn't even play it when it rains, it pours. I was like, are you kidding me? That would be the first song I came back on stage to.
But see, a lot of it also depends on the contract too.
Yeah, he said Gillette Stadium has like a strict, what's it? I mean, he said that 10 or 11, like you can't play after that. He said, but it's like he said it's not even like outrageous fee. He said they pay it and they can play later. And Luke Combs chose not to pay it, and they didn't offer refunds or anything. So,
well, no. What the problem is, a lot of it, it's not the contract with the stadium; it's the contract with the sponsor who's paying for the
you
tour
said
itself.
you were set up 3, Brandon, just a couple weeks ago.
A lot of times those guys don't get a choice.
Well, he had a choice. He had to make a statement on Twitter or something like that, or excuse me, X. I'm sorry, Mr. Musk. I didn't mean to disgrace your company like that.
Dude, I'm ready for him and Mark Zuckerberg's fight.
They called it off and they're blaming each other. Last I heard.
Oh, last I heard, it was still going on.
Last I heard, they called it off, and Mark Zuckerberg was saying it was Musk's fault. Musk was saying it was Zuckerberg's fault. So I don't know. I kind of, because Elon Musk. I think he's a black belt in something. I don't know. I think I read that in his book. Like he's been training in mixed martial arts and all this, and he's.
Oh no, that's been Mark Zuckerberg that's been training with the MMA fighters. Zuckerberg or Elon Musk has just been like making videos talking about he's just gonna whoop Zuckerberg's ass.
I kind of wish they would, like, because Elon Musk is like this freakishly strong dude. I mean, look at Zuckerberg. You saw him when he was testifying in front of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
That feller's weak.
They said he's been working the fuck out.
I hope it happens. I really do, because nothing more I like to see more than a bunch of millionaires beating the shit out of each other. I think it should be a thing.
Oh, it should.
Millionaire Fight Club. Just millionaires beating the living shit out of each other. That's how it should be, regardless. No matter what. If you get a beef with somebody, They should make a show out of that. The movie should make a show out of that. Like if you get a beef with somebody, you both can just settle it in the octagon, just beat the living shit out of each other, and like we can profit off of it.
They did kind of have one. Celebrity death match.
That was Clay. Me, I'm talking about real life. Just 2-ton Tina's was beefing with Mark the cashier. Like Mark and Tina get in the octagon and see who wins. My money's on 2-ton Tina. I think she's gonna roll over him like a steamroller.
Yeah, but people don't know how to fight nowadays.
That makes it even better.
Not really. It'd be embarrassing.
It not only would be like you'll have some fights where people actually know how to fight. You'll have some fights where people don't know how to fight, and then that's the comedy portion.
But that's
Kevin Hart like
nobody
comment.
knows how to fight.
Kevin Hart and The Rock commenting on it, like doing the commentary, like we're talking gold right now.
But that's the thing, though. Nobody knows how to fight anymore. These new guys, it'd be just like a couple slaps, and then they pull guns out and just shoot each other.
No, strict no weapon policy. Like
but they don't know how to do it without it.
Exactly. So let them just like slap, each other around a little bit.
Because that would just
and the first one that cries loses.
Because that would just be so grueling to watch of embarrassment. Like that's cringy.
Okay, but we don't have like we'll have like we'll see their fighting abilities beforehand. We'll see like even out the card with cringy fights versus epic. Can you imagine Dr. Phil and Catch Me Outside Girl? Like them getting in the octagon?
Well, I don't think they're gonna let a guy versus girl fight.
Why not? It's 2023. I mean, they're already doing it in all the other sports.
Well, yeah, because they're transvestites.
You mean to tell me you wouldn't step in the octagon with Brandon?
Well, no, because then I'd be charged with murder.
That's the best part, though. Like if you beat the crap out of him, like it's legal because it's
no. There's a difference
for TV.
Crap out of somebody and just killing somebody. I would just kill him. Like I would not stop until you could not recognize his face or his body. Probably wouldn't be much.
We'll have the referee step in, pull you off.
Oh no, there'd be no doing that. Once I get going, I'm like a diesel. I do not stop.
Yeah, tight power bombed your ass.
Yeah,
boom.
He could do that.
Yeah, I think he might. I think he might have some of that, special juice.
Oh, he's special, all right.
Yeah, all juiced up.
Nah.
True story.
He'd be too stupid to even know how to do juice.
No, it comes with the extra chromosome. I'm your homie with an extra chromosome. Have you watched that movie with Woody Harrelson where he coaches the special needs basketball team? Great movie. Highly recommend it. I think it's called Champions.
I've seen clips for it.
Dude cracked me up where he was like, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm your chromie with an extra, or your homie with an extra chromie." Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
Dude,
Don't be doing that shit.
I'm so ready for bed.
Oh, dude, I'm fighting my eyelids right now.
Silo's empty. Is it just not running? Oh, there's really not any stones in there. We need them stones. Build it.
Pum, pa-da-dum, pum, pum. Oh, my fucking toes are killing me.
So, my dad has a wicked habit of getting like to hurt, like scraping himself and everything. He can do the most random of things, and somehow he like cuts his arm open. So he was mowing the grass by the fence, and he fell into the fence. He's got this huge gash on his arm. So my stepmom, she's tired of it. She went out and bought him just the sleeves that he can wear.
Uh-huh.
And so she went over to help him change the blades on his mower yesterday. And as we were getting ready to go outside, she's like, "Put your sleeves on." So he puts them on. We walk out the back door, down the back step, and he scrapes his leg on the fucking step. I'm like, "Already, dude?" Yeah. I said, "Keep it up. You're gonna be wearing leggings next." Well, when she come out, I told her about it, and she's like, "I'll buy them. They make them."
Damn. I want to get bubble wrap.
I got plenty of it. I saved it all. Just when we went to move back out of here. That's what we need. Just get a big old one of them warehouse rolls of bubble wrap. Just wrap them in it. Put a bungee cord around his waist.
Dude, I'd be wrapping myself in it, just popping bubbles all day.
Just every step you take. Ah, yes, I'd like a checks the phone.
Bad thing is, like, I cut myself all the time, but I don't even realize it.
That's why he, and when he like he's done it for years, and it was really, really bad when he was on the blood thinners, because it would just bleed and bleed and bleed. I mean, he's off those now, but he's good lord.
That's like when I used to bounce. I broke up a fight, and I didn't realize somebody sliced me up with the beer bottle. I didn't even fucking know until I started walking around. The woman that owns the bar, she's like screaming. She's like, "Oh my God, you're covered in blood!" And I was like, "What?" I looked down. There's like a puddle of blood on the floor, and then I looked at my arms, gushing blood. She's like, "How do you not know?" I was like, "I don't know."
Adrenaline keeps me in the game. Alright. So, we could
Ba-dum,
technically.
ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Grapevine. I heard through the grapevine.
Toads.
What's it collide with? What's it collide with? Hello?
I wanna rock, do 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 do. I want to rock.
What's it colliding with? Oh. There. Is there like a collision there or something? They're not straight, which I don't like, so we're going to go ahead and delete those.
Well, fuck.
There should be a collision. If there was a collision there, when they limed it, it wouldn't have worked. I'm so confused. I guess we can just start over here and see what happens. Oh, yeah, just line me right in my face. Alright. Production. Orchards. Great.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da.
It looks crooked, but it's actually straight. It's the fact that the field's not straight there is the reason why it doesn't look straight. Let's double check just to make sure. Whew, that has just ate right through our money. Looks straight enough for me. Alright. So we can get a small loan from Mr. Taxman. Oh, hey. There we go. Hop over here. And we just farm manager, transfer money. That went through. Let's do 5 million. I'm pretty sure we're gonna eat through that. And then we just do another 5. But we'll start off with 5 million.
I'm going to bed. I can't do it no more.
Good night, bitch.
Good night.
Why is this not snapping to this? It's like it's not reading. Oh, hey, that's right. Whoops. We need to go back. Remove contractor access. And we need to go back over here. There we go. Now it should snap, right? Orchards. Grapevine. Yeah, it does. Very nice. Back the other way. Every row is over $100,000. Jesus, Pete. We're gonna be rolling in grapes, though. Why can't I join your Discord? Probably because I can't remember which one you are, but you are definitely someone who got banned. I'm 100% certain you are Shane. And I know that because you typed the exact same thing in our chat that you typed in, or Shane typed exactly what you typed here that you typed in Discord. Same capitalization, Same abbreviations. Tell me I'm wrong. I have, I think, 14 beehives for honey going. Okay. Because I had to borrow your plow and your rock picker. And when I went into your shop, all I heard was bzz. I was like, did he just surround his garage in... Ooh, what the heck? In beehives? Like, what is that? Like I said, PJ's is either going to be like super steezed when he logs back on, or he is going to be horrified. Alright. Guessing our helper needs more lime. That's what it looks like. I'm a bee. It's just gonna suck if we can't do that other field after I plowed and cut down those trees. Can't do anything else. What do you mean? You've already put like 50 million street lamps. Alright, this dumbassery. If it is like we can't put vines down there, I guess what we could always do is put the winery thing down there. I guess. I for sure though say, well, no, I think the last one was 6 million. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're already hitting that. Limit, or where is that? Oh, no. I shouldn't say the how many it produced already. That makes any sense. It's already bigger, I should say. Oh, now they're getting 66,000 a piece. All of our tax money. We just need to keep track of how much this actually costs. That way, when he shows up next week, we can hand him the bill and just be like, "Hey, you now have to work this off." We're at 1.5 million. I think we only had what, 70,000? Or no, we were like broke. I think we had like $3,000 in the bank before I sent $5 million. So we're technically over because I think we were at we're at 300,000 when I started, and then we went down to like 3,000. Bless you. And then Feenix start first day of high school Wednesday. Nice, congratulations, buddy. This is definitely already more than what we had on the last map. For sure. Still haven't figured out what that kid was saying where he was 21 still in high school. That one still baffles me. The scary part is, it's not unbelievable. Just don't be one of those guys. I did have a 16-year-old in my was it 7th grade class? No, it was, yeah, 7th grade. Alright, let's just take a look. Oh my god. What? 2 classrooms this year have to switch buildings every day. What? Or is it like 2 different schools or the same school? Like, I should say 2 different schools in the same district, or is it just they don't know where to put you? Holy, he's gonna hate this. Oh my god. Yeah, no, he's gonna hate this. And we're not even half done. Like, look at this. We're not even halfway done. We're going all the way over here. And if I can, I'm gonna try to plant this too. Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna be busy for a while. Yeah, I start out in my normal classroom at middle school, and then I have to drive down the road to the elementary school. I have 7th and 5th graders this year. Well, dang. Be glad you're not in like at school, like the school district for my town, because the 7th and the 5th graders go at school in 2 totally different towns. You'd have to drive about 10 minutes up the road. I couldn't find, first time I had 6 to 8 in the same classroom. I couldn't find an intervention specialist to take over the lady that quit at the elementary, so they wanted me. Well, I mean, that's gotta make you feel, well, I was gonna say that's gotta make you feel good, but then again, it kind of makes it sound like you were the last resort. How's that work? So you don't have like the same kids Monday through Friday? That's weird. The morale sucks at middle school, much better at elementary school. Well, there you go. That's to get your foot in the door in the elementary school. It's a better place to work. It's like, I'm just filling in. Just slowly start moving your stuff in. Start with a coffee mug, and then like a calendar. And then by the end of the year, you're like, well, I'm here now, and you're not kicking me out. What do you mean you're here now? Well, my pants are in the closet. I should sell this house. Just like, we had to sell your house to plant grapes. Then he'd really be pissed off. Oh, I was ready to say, I guess we'll just finish this row and go back. Makes sense. And back the other way. Oh, this is going to put us over $3 million spent. Grapes are expensive. It's going to be even more expensive when we get to the edge of this field and go into the next. Brandon, you still here? He's probably not. He's probably long gone. Alright, time to go investigate what's there. I have, I think 6 going on. Anytime it rains, my first activity besides mowing and baling. Maybe why. Alright. Brad, you weld, right? Correct? It's quick and easy money with these selling. Yeah. It's definitely a easy and simple way to earn money. It's passive too, like you don't have to do anything. It just makes it. Wait. How far back is... Oh, it's way back here. Alright. Are you certified or anything? You just like self-taught? Wait, it's definitely... Right? Yeah, we're definitely closer than that. Where... I'm so confused. Where did we leave off at? Right there. Okay. I completely passed that. Maybe it's those things causing it. I think I don't think those would, because they're just like they're in the map. Like you can't delete those. They don't have a collision on them, do they? Hold on. No. So I don't think it's those. Yeah, okay, so it's not, there's something there. Why is it? There's nothing here. Hold on. There's legitimately nothing there. What's it colliding on? Except unless there's like a tree stump down. Doesn't look like it, so let's just flatten that back out. Let's make sure it's flat, because PJ's comes by mowing, he's gonna be like, what the? Alright, let's try this again. Maybe... Haven't done my G test yet. Well, PTO stress components. Okay, so... Alright. What should you not wear when welding? I'll ask the question that way. I got an argument with someone earlier. Yeah, just colliding with an object. I don't know what it is. That's so weird. Got an argument with someone earlier and they tried to tell me I was wrong. That a certain type of clothing collides with an object. They said a certain type of clothing wasn't flammable, I should say that. I'm just because this guy claimed to be a certified welder, and he clearly didn't know what he was talking about. That might be me blocking it there. Let's see if I run. Let me just run over here. Yeah, okay, that was me. So there's just something there that does not want me to put grapevines there. Anything? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Proves my point. I just wanted to know if it was common knowledge or not, because that was the first thing we were told. So, long story short, this kid wore Under Armour, which is it's a synthetic material. I think it's made out of polyester. I'm not 100% certain. Anyway, when I was in high school in the welding class, he wore it underneath his welding jacket, and his arm caught fire, and like the Under Armour, it like melted to his skin. All right. My buddy was there. My buddy is the one that sprayed him with a fire extinguisher. He told us for sure that it was the Under Armour that was sticking out from the arm of his welding jacket. And this guy told me that that was impossible. That wouldn't happen. And I told him it for sure did. It shut down the shop for weeks. I saw how badly it messed up my buddy, who's still welding to this day, right? And he tried to tell me that wasn't the case, and he told me that Under Armour was not flammable, and that they wouldn't be able to sell it if it was. And I provided him with a article stating that in 2006 it was banned off Marine bases because of the fact it is highly flammable. So, I just wanted to see if it was common knowledge or not. Like I said, the first thing we were told is it was a no-no. Like, it was all over the classroom and everything. And I was just there for the rotation. Like, I didn't take any welding classes. I was just there for the rotation, and I knew this. This guy claimed to be a certified welder, and then claimed I was wrong. That couldn't happen. He sounds like a certified jackass. Town guys wear pretty much whatever, as long as you're not trying to torture towards yourself. Oh yeah, it burned the kid up. The kid was in intensive care for a while, and like he had to get a bunch of skin grafts and everything because it once it went up, like it went up to like the whole, because it was Under Armour is a full, like, I don't know if you know what Under Armour is, Brandon, because you really play sports, but it's long sleeve shirt basically. It's supposed to keep you cool, and it goes from your wrist all the way to your other wrist down across your whole chest, and the whole thing melted right to him. It smelled bad too. So my shop was down and around the corner, but all the what were we considered? I can't remember what category we fell in, but all like the carpentry, electrical instruction, welding, auto body, auto tech was all in like the same little area. Like we all had doors, roll up doors that it was a back paved area that it was like all connected, and we could smell it. It was bad. And this guy told me I was wrong. Never welded anything before, so I wouldn't know. I welded one thing. It was I welded my initials onto a piece of metal, and that was about it. And so that's all we really got to learn. And because the high school I went to was a vocational school. Your freshman year, your first half of the freshman year, you take all the shops. Every single shop you take, you're in there for about a week. I think it's like 5 days. So a school week, but like I had to take cosmetology. I had to learn to paint nails. So I was only in there for like a week, and I knew this stuff. And this guy claimed to be a certified welder, and he didn't know this. It's so scary. That's two things I learned in welding class. You don't wear that shit underneath your welding jacket, and the reason money stinks is because you wipe your ass with your hands. So therefore, your fingers stink. What do you touch money with? Your fingers. That's why money smells like shit. I don't even remember that guy's name, but that is like the first lesson he taught us, and the best part is my buddy's in the back. He goes, money stinks, you wanna know why? And he was like, what do you wipe your ass with? And he holds up his hands, and my buddy's in the back of the classroom going, shitty fingers. It stuck with me all this time. Shit, my grandfather... Oh, not enough money. Oh, we've spent $5 million, boys. Woo-wee. Let's go ahead and hit the tax me again. I remember one of the earliest memories I had of my grandfather. Like, just put in perspective. my grandfather, my mother's father, died when I was very young. I want to say I was like 8 or 9. And I only remember going over to his house a couple of times, and I didn't really have much of a relationship with him, because we just didn't like. We only saw him at like family gatherings, and he was one of those guys that had a oxygen tank on and still smoking, so he was quite a character. But anyway, I remember at a young age we went over and I was swimming in the pool, and he was welding. He didn't wear a mask. He just turned his head, weld it, and be like, "Yep, that's good." And I realize now why my dad used to work for him, but my dad called him a dumbass because he would do shit like that all the time. He said it wasn't uncommon for him. And he was highly superstitious. My dad was telling me. My dad had a lot of respect for the guy, but he still thought he was a dumbass. But he was the guy that turned the whole, like, because my grandfather owned his own business where he put up like the silos and everything, the big grain tanks, and they were going down. I think Dad said they were going to Alabama, and on their way out of Delaware, a black cat ran across the road in front of the crew heading down, and he turned the whole thing around and sent everybody back home, and went the next day because a black cat ran out in front of him. He was a character. Highly superstitious. They used to always, on the job site, walk underneath a ladder so they would get to go home early. Because if someone walked under the ladder, he would shut down operations for the day. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back to our farm and spend another $5 million. Alright. Oh, Tony's. I just saw like a mist going. I was like, what the hell is that? I thought I left the sprayer on. Damn, it's only 10 o'clock. Whew. Wow. Fire retardant cotton jacket. Brady, have you ever thought about like maybe like getting certified and doing, if you enjoy welding that much, like doing it for a living? I feel like welders is always a thing. Well, not much these days because they have robots for that, but you can become a deep sea welder. Go swim with the fishes. Brandon, I saw you today. Actually, now you say that. Truck coming by me. It was a flatbed truck, and it was loaded down. I shit you not. It was just loaded down with stacked high, like cab high, full of rear axles off semi trucks. I was like, holy shit. Brandon would have a field day with that. creeping. Just haven't had time to look. Brand, aren't you home like almost every day? I'm not trying to be a smartass, but if you got time enough to do those projects, bud, you have enough time to look into that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, you want to get a job doing something you enjoy. And if you enjoy welding, and you know, again, I only go by what you tell me, but it seems like you have some sort of interest in it. That is what I'd be going for. And you make good money doing it. Welding is not a... Collides with another item. Alright, collides with another item. Is it that? Let's see. Phoenix, do you like LA Night? I love LA Night. My wife hates him because... Yeah! I do that all the time. Yeah, let me talk to you. Yeah. She's probably upstairs cringing right now. Yeah. I can't wait for his figure to come out. I'm just gonna... Because my wife, right now, where her desk set up is my desk, and then in between is a thing with my tower on it, and it's her desk. So I'm just gonna sit on top of my tower, and anytime she tells me no, I'm just gonna point to him. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if that... Orchards. That might have been the cause. It looks like it was. That thing's got that big of a distance on it? Jesus criminy. Collides with another item. What's at the end of that? This is getting frustrating. I know, but I want to get some things first. There's a company down that used to pipe welding classes before COVID-19. I don't know if they still do it. There's only one way to find out, man. If you're too shy, man, you gotta nip that one in the bud. I'm using LA Knight in the Royal Rumble and WWE 220. I suck at this game, but I'm killing it using him. Just took out KO and Gunther. Okay, now it's blasphemy. I love me some Gunther. Or Gunther, as the guy says. Gunther! Or excuse me. The Ring General! I kind of want 2K23, but then again, I don't. Like, because I really... LA Knight. How's the creation? Is the creation studio good? Like, is it... There plenty on there? I saw it was like 45% off, and I was heavily considering it. But I didn't pull the trigger. Alright, let's go from the other end. What's here? You hate Gunther? I hate the name Gunther. I wish he would just go back to Walter. I love Walter. When he was slapping people around in NXT. Oh! Slaps heard around the world. That one match was his name Dragunov? I think it was Ilya Dragunov or something like that. They beat the living daylights out of each other. That was a great match, and the top one that topped it was it WrestleMania? Yeah, WrestleMania is where he faced Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, right? That was one hell of a match too, dude. Gunther is. If I was Triple H, well, see, then again, that wouldn't make sense. A heel taking the belt off a heel, that really wouldn't make any sense. But if I was Triple H, I'd build Gunther as the next champion. The next like top heel. He could do it. He could do. But I mean the Bloodline storyline is too much money right now. Let's see here. Oh, I think we found the culprit here. Alright, let's go get our... Wait, where is it? There it is. Does he have... I could probably dump it in there and he'll never know. Creation, I've only created one guy. It's pretty legit. You can make your own photo and use it. I was talking about like what people have like made on the online stuff, because 22 was pretty awesome. See ya, Brandon. Yes, when Dragunov finally gets his call up, though, better give him a viable storyline to start with. I don't know. I feel like the storylines in WWE are kind of like, at least there are storylines in WWE. They don't have any in AEW. It's just like, oh, you two want to fight? Okay, go to the ring. They're not building up anything, which that's what sucked me out of AEW. Like, they have great matches, but just no storylines. WWE storylines are kind of like all over the place. Like, the only consistent one they've had was the Bloodline, and even it's kind of all over the place. It's like they wanted to throw Jimmy out of the Bloodline, and Jay was like, you know what, you out, I'm out too. Like, we're sticking together as brothers. And, you know, like Jimmy just comes back and super kicks Jay. It's kind of like, WTF's going on right now. Like, the storyline for the Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar match was, well, they fought 2 more times. Let's do a 3rd one. What? All right. Although that was like that, it shocked the hell out of me that Brock Lesnar. See what he did. Cody Rhodes said he thought he was about to get his ass whipped. So Brock Lesnar even shocked the hell out of him. The ring. What is it, Clyde? Oh, probably me. The ring general. Okay, it's got to be like a stump over there somewhere. I'll figure it out. Figure it out. You figured it. Still a bit bummed that Cash Wheeler got arrested. Started watching the Table for 3 this morning. I love watching Jerry King, Bret Hart, and Glenn Jacobs. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Have you watched any of the Tales from the Territories? I highly, if you have the Vice channel, Steve, I highly recommend watching those. It's from like the same people that did Dark Side of the Ring, which is another good watch. Although somewhat depressing, but the same guys who made Dark Side of the Ring did Tales from the Territories. That's a good watch. It's just like old timers talking about what was like back in the territory days and some of the craziest stories from it. That's by far my favorite thing to watch. That, and I really enjoyed. I only watched the first few episodes, but the where they were going around looking for different items from WWE history to put in the warehouse. And they did the one with the Undertaker, and he goes to Glenn Jacobs' office. And was it Top Dollar that was doing it? He was like, "Did you ever think your buddy Kane would be in a political position?" And he was like, "Man, if you would have told me any of the people I faced in the ring would have any sort of political power, I'd say you're nuts." If you're into reading though. Bret Hart's biography is pretty good. He tells a lot of behind the scenes stories from like pre WWE days, which is really good. Hacksaw Jim Duggan's book's pretty good too. I enjoyed that. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good read. Glenn Jacobs, he put out a book which it's not the best autobiography that I've read, but because he kind of jumps around all over the place, but it's still pretty interesting. Like him telling stories from back in the day, like when he first unmasked as Kane. He had always had long hair, and he was actually supposed to go to dinner with his wife, and they were like, "We're only going to shave half your head." And he goes, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Why not just shave all my head?" They're like, "We're just going to shave half your head." And he ended up having to go to dinner with his wife with his head shaved halfway, like it was when he pulled his mask off. I saw that one, yeah. Mick Foley, yeah. Mick Foley is... Dude's obsessed with Santa. Yeah, I should say all Christmas. But, Jesus. His house is decorated for Christmas 24. Well, what is his basement where he's got all his Santa Clauses and everything? Yeah, I loved Hacksaw Jim Duggan's book. That guy, like Mick Foley put it, of all people, there's no way you can hate Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And the more I learned about the guy, the more I already liked him because of him jumping on Sergeant Slaughter, because Sergeant Slaughter was being an asshole to me when I was a kid. So I've always had a special place for Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So the more I learned about him, the more it's like he is really just a damn good guy. Like when he first got into college, he was also like he'd go back home for the summers, and he was a volunteer firefighter, and he would have his girlfriend at the time call in to 911 and report stuff so he could drive around the chief's vehicle. And then he was talking about how his fire chief always told him, when you show up on scene, grab what you can, never go empty-handed. He said, so a woman called in, said she smelled smoke, and next thing you know, you see him running towards her house with an axe in his head. He said about gave her a heart attack. And then there's another one. He said he showed up to a fire, and he grabbed the hose and ran around to the back of the building, and he thought he was doing a good job at knocking down the fire. Meanwhile, everybody else standing at the front thought they broke a water main or something, because he was just shooting water right through the roof. Oh, man. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Collides with another item. Alright, so this is where we're going to start having problems, it seems. Can we go the other way, maybe? Let's see. If not, I'm not opposed. Yeah, collides with another item. Alright, let's see if there's something over there. This is one chiropractor has a video of him taking care of WWE clients. This guy takes hammers and mallets and pounds on it. Yeah, I've seen that. I watched the one when he had Kenny Omega from AEW on it, and then I watched part of the one with Bailey, and it's just like, ugh. Just listen to like the cracks and ugh. It's cool that he like does like the interview with him while he's doing it, but it sounds so like Kenny Omega. He cracked his neck and there. Nope, not for me. Not for me. Okay, so I'm not super opposed to ending it here. I don't know what. I don't see a collision. I'm not seeing any sort of collision here. I'm not seeing where anything like was cut down or anything. This is already a field, so. Oh, Raquel Rodriguez. So maybe we just stop that there, and can we put like, because there, I mean, oh, that's not, oh, there's a road right here. Factories. Okay, so that doesn't collide. I'm so confused. Shannon Baszler, that's one tough cookie, but even she was winching. Yeah, Shannon Baszler, I think, is probably, what's the button to snap? I think Shannon Baszler is hands down like the toughest woman in WWE. Like, she is a complete badass. She could probably kick every single one of their asses if she wanted to. Please don't screw anything up. Yeah, so I'm okay with stopping the grape field there. I really do wish it would extend all the way out, but I don't think that's gonna happen. America Gaming, hi America Gaming, how are you, sir? My day is pretty good. How about yours? The Kevin Nash video was pretty good. Nash talking about his basketball injury to his knee totally made my knee cringe because I saw my knee bend. I tore my ACL. Ugh. Yeah. Kevin Nash is just, his knees are just shot. I guess that's one thing we have in common, because my knees are shot too, so that's probably what I got to look forward to in life and later in life. Okay, I'm okay with that being there. We just have to level this land out a little bit, because I don't like that. that hit that she was pulling Rousey, I thought she was legit at first. Well, I mean, that was pretty weak of a match. Like that was, and it's sad because they've done it to themselves. When I mean themselves, I mean WWE has done it themselves by not booking Shayna like the badass that she is. She should, like, when her NXT run, and I think they were talking about even her Elimination Chamber run. Can't remember. That was them booking her as a complete badass, and that she could kick everyone's ass like she really could. And then they just kind of made her a joke there for a while, and I don't know. But nobody was interested in that match. Like I could care less about Ronda Rousey. To be 100% honest with you, I've never understood what the hype about her was. But I do enjoy Shayna Baszler. They just need to book her better. Good. What are you doing right now? Well, we just finished our grape field. I kind of wanted to extend the grape field out to here, but it seems like there's something here that's preventing me from doing it. And I'm not quite sure what it is, so I'm okay with just ending it here. Now we're putting in the winery here so we can make some wine. Oh, why is that like that? Nothing can go wrong. Oh, it all went wrong. Same, I'm hoping she's done. Yeah. Like, okay, there is a huge difference in like she's always like kind of looked down on the wrestling fans. Like she's always trashed wrestling fans, and that's why people don't like her. I never got the hype from the get-go. Like I don't understand why she's such a big deal. And like they hyped her up to be a badass, but she wasn't even like that great in UFC from what I've heard. I had never really watched her fight, but that's how I knew her. She was in UFC, and she wasn't even really good at that. So I don't know why they built her up instead of like building Shayna up as the badass. I think what we're gonna do is put a little sneaky beaky. We'll hide it back like here. So maybe PJs won't see it if we put it back here. Just a little moonshine still. Put it like. Maybe he won't notice it if it's back here. Does that screw anything up? Not really. It's kind of hidden in the bushes, so maybe he won't notice it. Or maybe we just convince him it's part of this. I'm kind of bummed. I kind of bummed they screwed up Lacey Evans too, and she's gone. Like, I thought they were gonna like actually take the whole, because they did all those vignettes of her, like her abusive father and all this, and they did nothing with it. That kind of bummed me out. Like I was ready to see like a badass like military character from her, and we got nothing. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna be able to do any extend the grapes out here. So maybe we just make this grass or something. I don't know. Well, there you go. We spent 5 million plus 3.4 plus 300. So we spent. Where did this come from? Anyway, we spent 5 million and then 3.4, so that's 8.4. So like $8.7 million on just grapes alone. Yeah, like they built her up as like the next baby face, and then they just ruined it by making her a heel again. It's just like, dude, I was so ready to cheer for Lacey Evans after all those promos and everything, like her talking about her past. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, and then poof, she's gone. Instead, we get freaking Charlotte Flair again. Oy vey. How are my cows doing? I could use some more Total Mix rations, it looks like. What's their poop pit look like? Doesn't look bad. Murrow yourself. Alright. Where is my trailer? I still don't understand why they did the Charlotte Flair versus Asuka versus Bianca Belair match and have Bianca Belair, who I honestly think she might have been injured, win it just to turn around to put it on. I almost want to say Kairi Sane, who's supposed to be coming back. I hope they give her a good ass push, Kairi Sane. But Io Sky, I still don't understand that one. That one threw me for a loop. It's like, why not have her cash in on Asuka? Well, I guess it makes sense because Bianca Belair was injured. But God, oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to see Asuka versus Io Sky. That's what I want. But no, Kairi Sane's supposed to be coming back to WWE, which I'm looking forward to. I want to see that Io Sky and Asuka. Yeah, no kidding. Io Sky and Asuka. Oh my God. But yeah, no, Asuka. My favorites in the women's division right now is Becky Lynch and Asuka. I've always been a Becky Lynch fan. I think the man is awesome. All right. But I like Asuka just as much. Like I don't know why. I think she's funny. It's crazy that she's as old as she is, and she can keep up great with all the 20 and 20 somethings around. Like, that's crazy. I want them to push Bailey a bit more. I think her and NXT girl come up soon. Tiffany Stratton. I haven't really watched NXT recently, but I can tell you, like, the whole thing with Bailey, it's not clicking. The whole damage control thing, I don't know why. It's not clicking for me. I could do without the whole damage control thing. But oh yeah, I love Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Them two, just amazing characters all the way around. Do you like Rhea Ripley's character? Rhea Ripley, like, I don't particularly care so much for what she's doing in the Judgment Day. Like, okay, I take that back. I love what she's doing with Dom, if that makes any sense. Like, the whole thing with NXT where the mask guy, I don't even know who it was. He's like, "Do you know who I am?" And she's like, "A Power Ranger." Like, oh, that had me cracking up. And then the clips of her in the crowd, like, I have a new respect for Rhea Ripley. Just like there's clips where she's at like house shows and she'll roll under the barrier and like she'll untie people's shoe, or like she was laying there and they offer her popcorn and she's like, "I'm gonna watch my diet," and slides back out. Like, that's the kind of stuff that gets me. When they're just like characters outside of the character. That's basically what Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are. Like, they have their characters, and their characters are pretty good, but they are characters outside of that character. Like, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are hilarious. Like, there was one, it was Mick Foley's daughter doing the interview, and she was like, "Do you play with Seth Rollins?" And there was like a slight pause, and Becky Lynch's face, like, her eyes get right big around, and then Mick Foley's daughter is like, "Action figures?" She goes, "I thought you were just going to end it there." I was going to say, yes I do. Oh, Rhea Ripley's engaged to Buddy Matthews. What was his name in what was his name in WWE? What, it was Buddy, wasn't it? Buddy Matthews in AG? I can't remember what it is now. How you doing? How you doing? Honk the horn. Honk the horn. I'm doing pretty good though, sir. Thanks for asking. Couldn't think of his name. Yeah, Buddy Matthews. That's what the acclaimed rap when they faced him. He was like, "You're getting cucked by a dude named Dom." Oh, it was just Buddy. It was just Buddy in WWE. When he got the call up from NXT to the main roster, they dropped his last name. It was just Buddy. It's like, that is not an intimidating name whatsoever. And he'll be facing Buddy. That's why I want to see how full they were. Okay, still need a little bit, not much. I think it's fine just to leave it like that for the time being. Back this in the driveway for now. I really should be cleaning up my area. I guess that's one thing we can work on real quick. I'm on the road to Pigeon Forge. But lucky you. I want to be on the road to Pigeon Forge. Combines in there. Who just dropped the header like that? People don't know how to drive. That's the understatement of the year. Alright. So, let's take this, dump this. Although my journey to Pigeon Forge was relatively easy. Like once you hit, I don't even remember the name of the interstate, but once you hit that, it's pretty much like a straight shot all the way down, and you could do like 80 down it. I think the speed limit was 70, and I was rolling like 85. At one point, I was rolling 90, just keeping up with traffic. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. It wasn't until we got like on the way back to when we got to like DC. Oh, sugar and DC. Let me just drop that just in case. When we got back to like around DC area is when it just got absolutely bonkers. Ah, man, that sucked so bad. I hate DC traffic. I've been down to Pigeon Forge twice, and we actually went to the DC Zoo when we went down to Virginia. On the way back, we stopped in the DC Zoo, and every single time, DC traffic just sucks major balls, like the biggest major balls. It's so bad. What's one thing you like at Pigeon Forge you should do there? I don't know what's going on right now. There we go. Alright. I'm a history buff, and I love the Titanic, so the Titanic Museum was like top of the list for me. That was probably one of the favorite things I've done. That's like was my favorite thing. Wonderworks. If you're at, well, it depends. I don't know how old you are, and you have kids or anything, but Wonderworks was pretty awesome. That was a pretty good fun thing to do for the kiddos. Me, like as an adult, what I love most, like wasn't like a touristy, sort of thing. Even though it kind of was the Roaring Forks Nature Trail, not the what's the bigger one, the more popular one. Roaring Forks, and then Cades Cove. Cades Cove was nice, don't get me wrong, but it was just like the whole time you're on the brakes going through there because there were so many people. Roaring Forks was less chaotic, and like so you had more chances to pull over and like get out and take some pictures or just walk around. So I would, and they're free. Both of them are free. I think you have like they ask you to pay for like their pamphlets or whatever, but it's mostly free. What's up, Exploring with Redneck? How are you, sir? I think me and my wife are going to the island. Oh yeah, I highly recommend the island. Paula Deen's was pretty good eating. It's all you can eat. You pay, depending on how many main dishes you want, you pay, and then you get all you can eat, and then you get a free dessert. So if you're looking for like a good place to eat locally, near the island, 10 out of 10 would recommend Paula Deen's. But yeah, no, we sat around the fountain for like a good 2 hours, just sitting in the rocking chair, sitting back, listening to music, and watching the fountain show. It was a nice, relaxing night. Like it was cool out. So one of my favorite things to do. Like we didn't do any of the rides or anything. If you're looking for like a nice romantic place to take, I don't know why I repaired that. I want to sell it. If you're looking for a nice romantic place to take the wife, schedule it like as soon as you, or book a reservation as soon as you get down there. It's called the Peddler in Gatlinburg. Amazing food. Amazing food. I can't say it enough. Amazing food. And the Titanic. Yeah, the Titanic Museum is pretty cool. We went, both times we went down, we went to the Titanic Museum because we loved it so much. Of course, I'm a history buff, and I grew up reading like everything I could about the Titanic, and now my youngest one's the same way. So it was kind of a twofer, me and her both. But whatever you do, do not eat at Feasters on Teasters. That was the worst meal I think I've ever had anywhere. Like, we watched people talk about how great it was, and then legitimately, like, I ordered the prime rib, and the damn thing tasted like an Oscar Mayer hot dog. Like, no joke. Tasted like an Oscar Mayer hot dog. And he tried to tell me, like, the guy was like, I was like, it's, like, I asked for medium rare. I was like, it is well done. So he took it back and brought me back another one. He tried to tell me it was because it was overcooked. And, yeah, no. The one that was properly cooked tastes exactly the same. Went to the Peddler, got the prime rib there. Amazing. If you're looking for a cheaper steakhouse option, the Alamo. I enjoyed my meal at the Alamo as well. But the Peddler was amazing, and salad bar. Like, I feel like salad bars are usually overlooked, but the salad bar at the Peddler is definitely worth it. Like, it was a lot of options, and it was all like fresh, good. But you have to book like nights ahead of time. So if like you're down there for a week, when you first get there, book it, because they sell out fast. The Alcatraz East was pretty good too. It's like a crime museum. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I'm a museum kind of guy. Like, I know they're very like touristy things to do, but I love museums. Like, if it's a themed museum, I'm all on board. Sign me up. Is it just me in the server? No, Tony's here as well. Somewhere in this here server, you'll find a Tony Warner. I won't quit my day job, I promise. This can... Well, this needs to be filled first. Park this bad boy in here, though. Just try and clean up my mess, because I have created quite a big one here. I don't know who just dropped the header over there when there's a header trailer right here. It's empty. It just don't make no sense. Nope, it's on there now. Wait a minute, what happened to my fence? Why is it in the ground? It's supposed to go up and around. That is so badly on there. Have you ever been to the Jefferson County Fair? No. Only fairs I've been to is the Delaware State Fair and the the Caroline County Fair in Maryland. Only fairs I should say only fairs I remember going to. I don't know if I've ever been to any. I think all the other ones I've been to are carnivals. Like the Sharptown Carnival. And there was another one that I went to when I was a kid. I remember. What was his name? It was a cartoon dog. Those white, black ears. Had like a thing of red. Was it Dopey? Droopy? Droopy. I think it was Droopy. I'm gonna look it up. Droopy dog. It's probably gonna just give me a bunch of pictures. Yeah, Droopy. I had a Droopy stuffed animal that I was so afraid that I was gonna drop when we got on the Ferris wheel. Like I had it pulled in super close because I was so scared to death that I was gonna drop him on the Ferris wheel and I'd never get him again. And now I can't even remember his name. Alright, so that's roughly all cleaned up. Now we can clean up these here. Go ahead and open those back doors. Doubt I'll be able to fit two in one, but we'll try nonetheless. Maybe we can like squeeze one in the middle. Oh, there's definitely room for one in the middle. Let's see if we can do that. Trying to get as far over as I can and still be able to drive out this door. Alright, that should do it. Truck driver of the year, not hardly, man. If I had my steering wheel, I probably could do a lot better, but I can never get my steering wheel to work properly on Farm Sim. I backed one of these sun guns up in real life. Well, not a grain trailer. A tanker trailer. But nonetheless, I've done it in real life. And it was not this hard. This one I'm going to try getting the damn middle here. If I can. There we go. Hells yeah, feller. Look at that. Let me put this bad boy right there in the other one. Back it into the sidewall there. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah, fill her in. Alright. What's this? This is Tony's stuff. I feel like I kept hearing yelling outside. Fill that up. What's up, Jesse? How you doing tonight, sir? Park that there. That will make a milk run on our Feenix moment. I'm pretty good, Jesse. Thanks for asking, sir. feel like that's everything cleaned up except the forge. Harvester heads. Yeah, I think Tony might be in my forge harvester. What's this? That's Tony's. This is mine. I think. Pretty sure this is mine. Did I leave anything over at PJ's? No, this is all PJ's junk. Yeah, okay, I think he's in my forge. Harvester. Alright. Whee! Actually, I should probably take this over to PJ's and clean up whatever that mound is he's got outside his place. He's just got a mound of something white sitting there. I guess it's the lime that someone spilled. I don't know. We'll take it and clean it up though for him. This has a couple of unnecessary cameras. You got this is the main outside camera. You have this camera, which I don't know why you would want that. You have an interior camera, and you have this camera. I guess so you can look out your mirror. Oh, did we might have paved over it because it was like right here. I thought. We might have... Whoops. Or Tony might have cleaned it up already. That might have been what was in the bucket. I don't know. Hotel internet's not good right now. Yeah. That was the one downfall of the place we stayed at. We stayed at a place called Riverstone. And the internet... Both times we stayed there, the internet just completely sucked. So I don't know if it's just a thing down there with crappy internet, but for sure can tell you. Oh, you want to race, dude? For sure can tell you the place we stayed at, the internet sucked the whole time. Bro. That's what I thought. What's up, Sean? How you doing tonight, sir? I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Just took out my mailbox, because YOLO. Probably shouldn't put in a small building back here for like this and any other equipment. What do I want back here? Oh, that's right, I wanted to put this shop in. Oh, that might replace this. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to replace that. Just put it like right. Yeah. Alright. That's the next order of business after we figure out what. One of these is fine. And then change the color. Blue. Just put it like smack dab in the middle. Looks fine. And hell, we can park the forage wagon back here if need be. Or forage harvester. Nope, I forgot to turn the lights off. It's gonna be here. Alright, well, ladies and gents, for those of you still watching, I appreciate you guys hanging out as long as you did. I am unfortunately extremely tired, so I think I'm gonna call it a night early. If you guys did enjoy the live stream, though, do me a huge favor and leave a like down below. It does help me out so very, very much, and I do appreciate it so very, very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Simulator 22 live streams, be sure to click subscribe. Tomorrow night we will be streaming. Myself and PJs will be here to do some ATS, and whoever wants to join us. So if you're interested in some ATS, make sure you hop back in here tomorrow night. If you guys want to know if I whenever do go live or upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.